Everybody's favourite cartoon liberal organisation PETA, or the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, have done something stupid again. Or have they? Welcome to Keep a Vegan, my name is Not Important, and today we're taking a look at PETA's recent attack on Nintendo. First off, for those of you who don't know, PETA are a massive multi-million-dollar company that fights for the ethical and compassionate treatment of animals internationally. Although they focus on factory farming, fur farming, animal testing, and the use of animals for entertainment in a wide array of industries, most people only associate them with either this or this. And there we get into the problem. As an organisation, PETA has attracted a lot of criticism from both sides of the fence, and to some vegans, including noted animal activist Gary Yourofsky, their methods often leave a lot to be desired. Full disclosure, I also disagree with PETA's more high-profile campaigns, largely because I don't personally think that exploiting one demographic to liberate another one is in any way effective. Regardless of my or any other opinions, however, PETA are often the go-to organisation for people looking to make the transition into veganism, or even to help fight or educate themselves on specific situations like animal testing. So what have they done this time? Well, they've waded back into the arena of video games. Oh boy. Video games, something I love by the way, have a very insular community that can be incredibly vile. And before you start furiously typing a comment to defend gamers, 2 words, Anita Sarkeesian, calm down. Not all gamers are crazy, but the ones who are fucking crazy. Now, PETA have jumped in to complain against games in the past, with older titles like Pokemon and Mario drawing flack, alongside newer entries like Assassin's Creed 4 and the awesome Super Meat Boy. The criticisms drawn by PETA are, in my opinion, usually kind of stupid. Yes, in Call of Duty World at War you kill dogs. Yes, in Asso Creed 4 you kill whales. But these are functioning elements in historical what Activision and Ubisoft consider historical accuracy. And also, if you were to tally up all the people that I've killed in video games, I'd start to sound like Jake Busey's character from The Frighteners. I turned the streets of Liberty City into a fireworks show, decked a reporter in Mass Effect, EMP'd China in Project Snowblind, used a unicorn butt cannon in Red Faction. In Minecraft I made a structure I affectionately call Pig Mountain. You do crazy things in video games, but that doesn't translate to you doing them in the real world. At least, until the council approves the planning permission for Pig Mountain. In the past, PETA have actually remade some of the games that they criticised, like Pokemon Black and Blue, Super Tanuki Skin 2D, and, god damn it, Super Tofu Boy. I mean, come on, he's not even an animal. Super Meat Boy is a little meat square. It's an abstracted concept that adds a gruesome twist to Kaizo Mario-style platforming. It's like, I love tofu, I love Super Meat Boy, I love tits and spiders, but I wouldn't put them together. They've even asked Games Workshop to stop building character models with fur on them, because the reasons are stupid and I'm not going to say them. The point is that when it comes to any form of activism, you have to pick your battles. Turning your own work into manic clickbait and isolating and segregating the different sides in the argument is not the way to educate people. No one changes their mind when they're on the defensive. PETA, when you publish an open letter condemning the use of Tanuki suit, no one goes, hallelujah, holy shit, they're right, I need to change my life. You know what happens? People laugh at you. When you publish articles like this using strange stances and odd perspectives, you know are going to spread the article like wildfire because of a vilified opposition. Everyone laughs at you. No one's changing their mind because everyone is busy laughing at you. PETA, the same way they end up laughing at all the rest of us other vegans and animal activists, because we get lumped in with you. So what stupid f***ing thing have they said this time? Damn. Well, in a cats and dogs living together scenario, I agree with PETA. With the recent release of the Nintendo Switch, the latest in high-tech franchise throwback consoles, there came a 1-2 Switch, a WarioWare-style collection of minigames that extensively use the Joy-Con controllers. So what's going on? Well, what in this game could cause PETA to jump in and me end up agreeing with them? Sorry, that part is still not sitting right with me. One of the games, Milk, sees players competing to milk cows. Pig Mountain doesn't sound so stupid now, does it? Still pretty bad though. Now the game doesn't show the milking process in any sort of detail. In fact, turn the screen upside down and it looks more like a lad's weekend in Bangkok. But the normalisation of milking cows is what PETA has a problem with, and so do I. The key issue here is that the game is going to be played by children, and I mean actual children, not the mewling 45-year-old children who issue death threats to reviewers who didn't like Breath of the Wild. calm down. I like Zelda, okay, although I think for the next one I'd be quite happy to see a female Zelda in the next type. The fact is, normalising the milking of cows is either revisionism, ignorance, or negligence on a massive level. Cows are tied into rape racks, this is what the industry calls them, by the way, and painfully artificially inseminated to give birth to a calf. Cows, like humans, only produce milk for their infants when pregnant. It is a cruel process that sees abused cows torn away from their infants, who in turn will be dairy cows or caged and raised as veal in crates too small to move in. Dairy cows often only live 4 or 5 years, way shorter lifespan than what is natural, so it's not so much what the 1-2 switch game portrays as unrealistic, but not showing the truth or hiding the fact there's more to the story than most people understand, that's the issue. To put this game in front of people only perpetuates the myth to adults, but to kids it normalises the process for a whole new generation. Kids have it hard enough getting sick off their parents' mistakes and their government's cynical, apathetic money grabbing without this. Dairy cows go through a horrible ordeal just to bring us a fluid that is scientifically proven to be fucking poison to us. Cancer development, cancer growth, sudden infant death syndrome, diabetes, heart disease, eczema, asthma, fat growth, early puberty, the list goes on and on. In a letter to Nintendo, Ingrid E. Newkirk, the president of PETA, says as much, asking Nintendo to consider adding in the sounds of dairy cows calling for their kidnapped children, or add an almond-picking minigame. PETA, I'm trying to agree with you here. She also uses a Switch pun. I mean, joking aside, this highlights a serious issue where elements of dairy and meat farming get introduced to kids and younger audiences sugar-coated, taking the truth out of the matter, which in turn helps kids get brainwashed into eating meat. Now, before you type that comment, scroll back up to the video. I use the term brainwash very carefully. Harvey Diamond said that if you put an apple and a rabbit in a crib with a baby, the baby will eat the apple and play with the rabbit. You can just head to social media and take a look at the crazy number of videos of kids weeping or freaking out because they just found out that the meat they're eating used to be animals. Baby food now contains so much meat and sugar that kids can't help but have it normalised to their palate by the time they are old enough to make that conscious connection between life and death. But that doesn't stop some kids from freaking out and breaking down when they find out. Now, I'm not accusing parents of brainwashing their kids knowingly. Mine didn't, because let's not forget, I was also raised as a non-vegan. Hell, the reason parents are brainwashing their kids is because they were also brainwashed and don't know any better. Well, now we do know. And we know more than ever, and it's crunch time for companies like advertisers, media personalities, and entertainment companies that they start showing a strict set of morals. As now more celebrities and projects are being criticised for not adhering to doing the right thing. So what can you do? Should you avoid the Switch? No. Well, I'm going to keep my video game opinions to myself there, but as far as veganism is concerned, no, feel free. Should you avoid the game once you switch? Same answer. Play the milk game if you want, that's down to you. My point from earlier still stands. What you do in a game doesn't mirror who you are and what you do in the real world. If they did, I would be in a lot of trouble. Keep doing what you want to do, but as always, if you hear that a fuss is being kicked up about something like the portrayal of dairy cows in a video game, instead of writing it off as PETA being, well, PETA, take a look into it, because you might find out something that will change your life. Click the subscribe button down below to find more awesome stuff, and then head to the Patreon page for even more awesome stuff like outtakes, podcasts, and an outcast. Me, I'm the outcast. Because of Pig Mountain.